Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing what skill are you about to acquire that will have a huge effect in your life. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 3 cards together. I see this one as 1, 2 and 3. Let's see what we have for today's reading. So for pile number 1, you have the 9 of Pentacles. For pile number 2, you have the 2 of Pentacles. And for pile number 3, you have the 6 of Pentacles. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the green grass Jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, you have the Snowflake Obsidian, and this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number 3, you have the yellow Aventurine, and this is what your crystal looks like. All right, so take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. But if you feel drawn to more than one pile or perhaps all of the piles, trust your intuition, whether it's guiding you to just one pile and that's it, or maybe several, or perhaps even all. It is your magic that always guides you to the right readings. And so give it way and let it to guide you to your readings, and to let it and to be free to show you what it wants to show you. Perhaps there are important messages for you in the other piles that you were very drawn to as well. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your pile preparation process. It is so lovely to have you guys here as we prepare for your piles. And today we're doing a very special reading. We're taking a look at what skill are you about to acquire that will really have a huge effect in your life. This, I believe, is a very important reading. Cannot wait to find out what they are. But before we begin your preparation process, let me introduce your cards to you. On the left are the oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading. And if you're interested in any of the decks that I use at any point, you'll always find that I leave their names and everything down in the description box. You can check them out whenever you feel called to it. Okay, so what skill are you acquiring soon that will have a huge effect on your life? I don't feel any of these. I feel them. Ah, there we go. That's the one. Okay. Let's now move on to the next deck. What skill are you acquiring soon that will have a huge effect on your life? So cool. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Next. What skill are you acquiring? Thank you. On this one as well, okay. That will soon have an effect, huge effect over your life. Right, so with the tarot decks, we usually take 2 cards from each deck for every pile, of course. That's what we usually do as we prepare for your readings. So, oh, these are 2. So that's for pile 1. There we go. Pile 2 and pile 3. Okay. Next deck. So 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 2. Right. There we go. Next deck. One and 2. 2 and 2. There we go. Oh, okay. So that's 2. 2. And 2. One, 2, and 3. So that's the first pile. So that is pile number 1. Let's keep it right there. With the green grass Jasper. Oh, in fact, so funny. The design on the card looks like this specific green grass Jasper. Interesting, I haven't noticed that. Very cool. Whoa, I'm very sorry. Green grass Jasper. All right, so here you go. Pile number 2. And there we go. With the Snowflake Obsidian. And pile number 3. There we go. With the yellow Aventurine. So, your 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always a pleasure sharing this energy as we prepare for your piles. I truly enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you for your lovely energies, your lovely comments, and your lovely souls, most importantly. Love you guys very much, and let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the green grass Jasper, as well as, Blodeuwedd, the Irish goddess of flowers. Very, very cool reading already. Let's see, especially that this is on the 9th of Pentacles, what skill you're about to acquire that will be changing your life forever. So, it will have a huge effect on your life. Let's take a look at your oracle cards first. Ooh, you have athlete. I'm seeing a lot of power here. You have athlete with light attributes, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. I love that, my dear pile number 1. Let's see what else. You have the wolf and rosehip, interesting, with guardianship. And you have mischief and mayhem with freedom, surrender, and abandon. Very, very cool. I'm seeing so many things already, but I don't want to start before we take a look at your tarot cards. So you have, wow, the King of Wands beginning your reading. I'm now very sure about what I saw here. You also have the 4 of Pentacles. Loving your reading, pile number 1. You have the 8 of Cups. This is the after tarot. So this is moments after the Rider-Waite-Smith. We see the regular red figure has gone and someone's checking out the cup that they dropped or left out. You have the 7 of Swords. Again, moments after the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. You have, that's very interesting in this context actually. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. The Slavic goddess. You have the King of Cups. And you have the Lover's card. So not only do you have one queen, one goddess, but you have 2 goddesses in your reading. The way I'm seeing this, the skill that you're building that will have a huge effect in your life is some sort of very strong confidence. So you could already be self-confidence, but you're developing very strong confidence, especially in an area that used to hold you back, that used to maybe take your power away from you. And perhaps it, for some of you, it could be in the area of abandonment, or in the area of having the power to say, do what you want, to go after maybe something that you want. Especially here we do see oak leaves. What a special surprise. Oak leaves here, as with, of course, Blodeuwedd is how you pronounce it exactly in Irish. You see her eyebrows are in oak, and this brings us to your main card. here we can see that you've gone through many experiences and they shaped who you are today. You have seen things that may be different from other people, good and bad. You have your education here with the cape or with the cap has been significant or different, or maybe you like to read in all different ways. She, as you can see, she's adorned with different flowers that give her 9 powers, 9 different flowers that give her 9 powers. And so together with all of these experiences and all of the things that you have and have developed as well, you're slowly seeing yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. This is really cool, pile number 1. I do see that this is, it's clicking. It's giving you a lot of confidence. You're about to build invincible confidence that will allow you to pursue and do things that otherwise may have taken your power away, may have made you feel held back. Maybe you were worried about rejection or abandonment, or maybe you were worried with the 7 of Swords about how people may twist and change facts or gaslight you, or the trickery. One thing of the sort for sure here, as we can see in your cards. Or with the 10 of Pentacles, maybe you were worried about not being able to achieve the things that you want, that it's a long road full of many obstacles that is sometimes even dark and scary. So whatever it is, we can clearly see that you're developing invincible confidence that is going to allow you to overcome one of these worries, or maybe some, or maybe all, depending on what resonates with you. And this type of invincibility and confidence is going to allow you to unleash your power, to be and do what you want. Specifically with the wolf here, I would say to become a leader. Do you see here the mischief and the mayhem? It seems like you're a pretty fun person to be around. You're capable of doing things in a fun way. You want to be free. And I see that this confidence is allowing you to open up and be the true you, to be playful, to go out and do it, to go out and get it. Nothing is stopping you, my dear pile number 1. And you will be able to see that you are fully equipped with a lot of advantages that perhaps are not available to many others. This is going to open up your eyes towards continue to pursue what you're afraid of. What could have stopped you in the past. See, we see here a trickster, or who stole some swords, that is about to be tricked. So what used to trick you, you are the one now, hypothetically speaking, tricking them, meaning you're taking your power back from that which have disempowered you before. Nothing is standing in your way now. And going back to you having unique characteristics, that's very, very apparent in your reading here. As you can see, like we said, she's adorned with 9 powerful flowers, and you can see here in her dress she has the chestnut, which gives her longevity, and then in the yoke she has meadowsweet, which gives her grace, and then the necklace, I think nettle for no. Yes, nettle for practicality. And then the hair, as you can see, she has broom for vitality. The broom is for vitality. And the mouth, I believe, was corncockle for pride. The nose for the soul, this was bean. And then for the eyes, you have primrose for enchantment. The oak, of course, for power. and the eyebrows, and the cape is to crown her as the Queen of the May. That's a hawthorn. Very, very cool. So you can see that you have unique traits and characteristics that is rare to come together, all together in a specific person. And perhaps you lacked one or two in one or two areas that could have been tricky to maneuver. You lacked confidence in these areas, and you're about to build very strong confidence in these areas because specifically of personal willpower and strength of spirit, of you working on it, healing it, going after it. You're a very strong person, pile number 1. That's why you have the King of Wands appearing in your reading. You're going after something, and you're about to acquire that type of confidence. Oh my God, you have the eagle here. Of course, it's Mexican, isn't it? Peru? No, it's a Peruvian. It's a Peruvian story. And anyways, we have the eagle here, and the Blodeuith, his husband, was the sun hero. Yeah, that was his title, was the sun hero. He was immortal. Long story short, I don't want to get into the story because it's not part of the story, but it seems the eagle here is part of the story. Long story short, she tried to get him killed, and instead of dying, he turned into an eagle. I think this is pointing to something. It's pointing to the fact, that what was meant to kill you was the very reason for the great power that you have today, my dear pile number 1. Wow! You're about to build strong confidence that no one can bring down. In fact, you're going to be so confident that nothing can hit you. Nothing can bring you down. Yes, nothing can disempower you is the word I'm looking for. And it seems like you will find yourself in a position where you're very resourceful, where you're now able to do what you wanted to do. You'll find yourself in a very powerful position, and that's why here we can see the Solvic deity, Mat Zemlea, who was seen as the Mother Earth. And this gives me the idea that you're going to have great power and the great resources because of the combination of all of the skills that you have acquired, whether you have already had it or learned it. Together you become a very unique power, a power to be reckoned with, a leader of the pack. And I see that once this is developed and blossoms, which is about to happen for you, pile number 1, you will be, just like the wolf in your reading, a leader of the pack. A very loving one, however, because you have the King of Cups and the Lover's card, both next to each other. So you're doing this with love and not out of ego. It's just a way where you're unleashing what you reserved with the Four of Pentacles, what was held back, the worries and the fears that held you back. And it will open up paths that were unwalked or you didn't dare to journey before. And now, as you become more powerful, my dear pile number 1, a power that no one can take away from you, you will be able to take journeys that you have not taken before and see things that you have not seen before, giving you so many benefits with the Ten of Pentacles that you have not seen before. My dear pile number 1, what an amazing reading. I'm so happy for you. Let's take a look at, I was gonna take a look at what this new confidence is. And then my eyes fell on the mischief and the mayhem. I think it's your ability to open up, to not be taken aback with the Four of Pentacles, to be able to perhaps maybe with the mischief and the mayhem express yourself the way you feel, to be who you are, your true authentic self. Also could be the power to speak, or it could be with the freedom, surrender, and abandon, the power to go after what you want and leave what it is that you don't want. All of these are characteristics that I see in your reading, with the main idea and the main power is confidence in a certain area that held you back from doing certain things in the past. So new pathways are now opened up to you, allowing you to do what you wanted in your heart, and not allow things or people ever take it away from you. With the Nine of Pentacles, becoming, manifesting and becoming exactly who you wanted to be, how you envisioned yourself. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see on your reading. Congratulations on this amazing work that you have put in. You're about to now seize your power. All the best of luck. Enjoy your new life. This was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. This book could really help you out in the new year to set the goals that you want and to achieve what it is that you set your heart for or want to achieve. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it in the first place, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 1, thank you so much for tuning in. Wishing you the best of luck. Congratulations on your hard-earned, hard work and well-deserved blessings. This was your reading, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Snowflake Obsidian, as well as the Norse goddess Hille, which is the goddess of the underworld, with the Two of Pentacles, of course. Let's keep your main card here and see what skill are you about to acquire that will have a huge effect in your life. Let's first check out your oracle cards. So you have Messiah, wow, with the light attribute, serving humanity with humility. You have a lot of goodness in you, especially that you have Hille as well. And even though she is the goddess of the underworld, she really has a very humanistic side to her, where she feels like in her underworld she cannot be judged, and it's a place where she can stay at peace. She can say what's what, and it's a place where truth matters more than appearance. So there's a very human factor to you. You know what is important, and with Hille you must be a very deep person, a deep thinker, a deep soul, and you know what's important. You also have shadow and light. I'm so intrigued. I'm so shocked, because I was about to think about the shadow and the light here with Hille, especially with the underworld. You have demons, shadow self, and integration. Exactly what I thought. All right, let's keep your card here and let's see what else. So you have the eel and iris with safety. Interesting. It's interesting that you got the iris, because you know in Greek mythology it's kind of the same. Iris means she transports the departed woman on a rainbow. from earth to the heavens. How interesting. This is going to be a very deep, and even the Snowflake Obsidian, we do see the shadow and the light here, don't we? Wow, this couldn't be a coincidence. This is going to be a very significant reading, especially that we have the archetype of the Messiah here. So let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the Knight of Cups. You have the Two of Wands with the god Janus looking towards the past and the future. It's a very significant point in your journey now. You have the Five of Swords. See, this is the after tarot. We see the figure has won and is not defeated. Very cool. You have the Nine of Pentacles, picking up the fruits of her labor and hard work. You have the King of Cups. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, the Ten of Pentacles. And you have the Knight of Wands ending your reading. This is very beautiful. Holding a huge wand here, like a messenger, although this is the Knight, right? I straight away do get an idea that you are born in this lifetime with a huge mission, especially a message that you're meant to deliver. Because I keep seeing scepters here and the Messiah. Yeah, you have a very significant role in giving an important message. Leadership role. And I do see the way this is going to change your life. I will talk about what it is that you're healing and what skill you're acquiring. But as you acquire it, as you heal and integrate your shadow and light, we see that the future is going to look very different than how it looked like in the past for you. So this is like a cornerstone to your very important story. What am I seeing? We can obviously see that it was something within your shadow that needed to heal and integrate with your light that will give you some sort of power that will open up this door for you to get into your role as needed. What is this King of Cups? Let me check, actually. I'm not sure. You won't believe this. This is also Norse mythology. This is Perilous in the King of Cups. And he was very dangerous to the sailing ships because he would attack a sailing ship and let it drown. So again, the underworld, something hidden, attacking something that is healthy. Kraken can either bring the ships down or affect the waves, right? So we're seeing emotions, turmoil, something in the subconscious. And again, we see Hila with the shadow and the light, because half of her has gone old, gone rotten actually, and the other half is fresh and with flesh. So something in the shadow is affecting maybe your persona or who you are on the outside, giving the impression of you being something that you really aren't. It's something lurking in the shadow, every once in a while popping up. Yeah, every time you're fine, it's something in the shadows popping up, and it's affecting the current of your emotions and bringing you down, bringing something that's already sailing beautifully down. We see here with the Five of Swords that what used to defeat you, you are now going to be winning at. So what is the skill? Excuse me, and what is this shadow? I need to take a closer look at that. This is so interesting. I would say you will be developing the skill of courage and valor. Why? Because the iris inspired the French fleur de lis, where the three petals signified or symbolized faith, wisdom, and valor. So I see that you have been paying great attention to your shadow. You've done a lot of shadow work. You've gone down. We've noticed that from the beginning with Hilla. You've gone down, faced your shadow. You sat with it. You communicated with it. Found out what it's trying to tell you, what it's scared of, what lack of faith it has, what type of lack of information it's lacking. You have been sitting in your shadow for a very long time, trying to make peace with it, pile number 2. Trying to understand what is it that changes this current, changes your emotions abruptly. Why? And what brings you down when you're doing great? I think you've sat down greatly with your shadow. You've done so many things, just like we said, faith, wisdom, and valor. You have provided your shadow or yourself with the knowledge needed to heal from a certain type of pain. You have put a lot of faith and belief that you are going to come out of it. There's no other way to you. In your point of view, you are gonna make it. You're coming out. There's no, I'm trying. In your reading, it's like you're coming out of this. And so you sat with it. You tried to understand it. You tried to communicate with it. Helping this light and shadow integrate, to find your true authentic self, your power. And I see that together you are finding your courage, your valor to go after, to do the things that used to scare you, to present yourself in your true authentic form. And I see the reason with the Two of Wands here that your path is changing as you integrate this shadow and light is because that opens up the door for you to do your role of delivering a great message. Pile number 2. Healing the shadow for you will open up a great door of a great role you are meant to play in this lifetime. So instead of seeking for safety as you may have done previously in the past to avoid the turbulence of emotions, with the eel here, I see that you are instead finding safety, strength, and balance, and integrating with your shadow, becoming one with what you're afraid of. And with that, you're becoming strong and again invincible. Changing who you are and changing your life for good. You will be seeing the fruits of this labor due to the hard work. And by work, this is trying to understand, figuring something out with the wisdom, and then getting feedback, realizing that, that didn't work. Then trying something else out, and that didn't work. Trying something totally different out. That worked. Why didn't that work? And that, I see there's a lot of wisdom, a lot of thinking, a lot of communication back and forth, taking feedback back and forth with your subconscious mind, with your shadow, trying to communicate with it through feedback. And you have really, with the integration here, overcame that which used to make you feel scared. And soon this integration will be completed. Soon this integration will be happening, will be completed, and you will become an invincible person, a person with a lot of courage, allowing you to achieve the things that you want to achieve with the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. I think with the 10 of Pentacles, this is an excess of an energy. You will be achieving even more than you think, with more than you think. You know, don't you know this saying, seeing is believing. It's one thing to imagine something, to think of how it's going to be, and it's a totally different thing when you experience it. Sometimes you experience something that you've lived in your mind over and over, and once you experience it, you say, oh my God, it's not even 10% of what I thought it would be. It's so much better. It's indescribable. It's so good. It can only be experienced and lived. So with the 10 of Pentacles, you're getting great experiences as you break out of your shell or break out of the things that used to make you afraid. And you're now facing the currents, do you see, with the Knight of Cups. Calmly, not with anger. Even your Knight of Wands is very soft and calm. Very calmly, because it's not coming from a place of anger. It's coming from a place of stability, strength, and power. And you see the Knight of Cups here holding an eagle. I see you becoming a very powerful person. With the 8 of Pentacles, you have mastered your shadow. And there is a huge highlight on how this is changing your life or affecting your life greatly. You are going to be becoming a very significant leader with the Messiah here. My dear pile number 2, you'll be serving humanity with humility. And I did notice, remember, from the very beginning, there's humility and humanity in you. When we saw Hila, I really see that you, truth to you matters than appearance and what is superficial, as we saw in Hila's story. So, yeah, and with your truth, with your beautiful core, and the power that you have acquired, you will be leading others in some direction. It's not clear in your reading. How about we check it for you? How are you going to be leading others? Because the reading is about how is it affecting your life, and that's directly how it's affecting your life. So let's get to know more about you. Thanks. Wow. Pile number 2. And see how you're going to be leading others in this significant way. So you have the Justice card. Oh, let me adjust that. There we go. And we have a parrot speaking. You're going to be speaking. Interesting. You're going to be speaking some truth. Wow. Okay. You have the Hanged Man, and we see a shift in reality. You're going to be speaking truth that will change people's opinions and awareness about something. And you're also changing their loyalty from something to something else, because we have a dog here. And you have the 4 of Cups with rose-colored glasses. You're taking people's rose-colored misinformation away from them, allowing them to see the truth. We keep seeing truth in your reading, and it takes a lot of power and valor to speak the truth, because truth needs courage, that's for sure. You have a lot of, how they say the devil works hard and you got to work harder. So yeah, it's like you need to have that type of valor to stand against deception and to proudly say the truth to stand against oppression, or to stand against a certain power that is perhaps preventing truth from people, or preventing certain benefits from people. You certainly, pile number 2, you certainly have a big role. Make no mistake, a very effective role, maybe even in the world. You're certainly going to be speaking, creating awareness, teaching, speaking, creating awareness, shifting people's understandings and ideas, allowing them to see things clearly, showing them that it can be seen very clearly. You're allowing people to drop their rose-colored glasses and maybe the lies in this case, and to see the truth about a certain reality, to empower them to find their power. To find their power. And you're doing this so calmly. And I love that about your specific power, pile number 2. Your courage, again, like I mentioned, is not coming from anger. It is coming from a healed shadow, from a healed place. There is tranquility to you, yet a lot of power and courage to do and say what you want. With the 8 of Pentacles, it certainly will be affecting your work or your spiritual mission. Yeah. And you will have mastered that type of courage to be who you are, your true authentic self. No one can ever take that away from you. You will be defeating, my dear pile number 2, what used to in the past one day defeat you. That will no longer happen. And on top of that, you are certainly gaining great, I don't want to say control over your emotions, because gaining control is not the type of anger I'm seeing. It's more like you have healed the subconscious, and it's no longer creating these currents that used to affect you, just like Kraken here. So, yeah, it's certainly a message of integrating light and shadow and becoming invincible, becoming very courageous and strong. This is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 2. I wish you the best of luck. May you always be a great messenger and help everyone out. Thank you for being who you are. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 2. This book could really help you set goals for the new year, for 2023, or for any year really, and also achieve all of these goals. Watch them happen in your life. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books as well. And my dear pile number 2, this was your reading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the 6 of Pentacles with Zunukwa, which is the Kwakiutl, yes, the Kwakiutl woman of the woods, as well as the yellow Aventurine. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards, especially your oracle cards first, to see what skill are you about to acquire that will have a huge effect in your life. So pile number 3. It's quite interesting that you have the Fool here. I'll tell you why in a second. So you have the Fool archetype with the light attributes as fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. That's amazing. Actually, that gives me another bigger idea. You have the shadow attributes with using humor to wound rather than liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. This is so cool. This is going to be a fantastic pile. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have the Trout and Lily of the Valley with purification. Yes, okay. And you have Luna, the goddess Luna, with manifestations, visions, and attraction. Oh my God, when the picture is complete. Yes, that's why you have the Trout and the Lily of the Valley. I'm mind blown. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards before we begin this reading. This keeps getting better and better. So you have the Ace of Swords. You have the Star card. Not surprised at all. You have the Empress. This is the After Tarot. Now the Empress is looking out for herself. You have the King of Pentacles. Again, the After Tarot. You have the Moon card. Wow. You see a dragon here in your Moon card. You have the Three of Wands. Very cool. You have the Page of Wands. And you have the Devil card, which instantly reminds me of Capricorn here. All right. And of course, the meaning of the devil as well. Overall, in your reading, pile number 3, I see that you are about to acquire the skill to manifest and to create into your reality what it is that you wish for. That is one big skill that you are about to acquire, my dear pile number 3. You see the Ace of Swords and the Star here, especially with Zunukwa. I'll tell you about Zunukwa in a second, but I can clearly see straight and right off the bat that you will have the power to begin to start to create, to manifest with your thoughts and with your effort and your words that which you have, whatever it is that you're hoping and dreaming of. And we see with the goddess Luna here as well, she was seen as manifestation because as Luna traversed the sky, the starry sky, she was able to affect on Earth the tides and also the growth of the plants. And that's why farmers for years used to pray to the goddess Luna, the harvest, who used to affect the harvest. And so this is why she's seen as the goddess of manifestation, because great bounty comes with the harvest. And so this again shows us that this is a reading about manifestation. Here I see that there was some sort of misbelief with the Moon card, some sort of negative or limiting belief in the subconscious mind with regards to maybe you achieving what you want. Again, with the Devil card, there is a misconception, an illusion of you not being stuck when you really weren't. You thinking that life is controlling you, that you cannot create what you want. And see, that's healing. You're changing so much from this idea to you having the capability to manifest. With Zunukwa, by the way, is a wild woman in the woods. In Kwakiutl. In Kwakiutl. And so she's depicted as very dreadful and very scary, and she would call children in the forest. You know, her call is said to be a whistle, or that the sound of a grandmother. And so children in the forest would hear her, and she would lure them with treats, and she would ask them to come and invite her. And she would say that she had boxes of treasures for them in her home and try to lure them in. But the children were always advised to never follow her and to never take anything from her, because she will catch them and eat them. Although, here's the funny thing, although that rarely actually happened, because she was seen as quite clumsy, slow, she had poor eyesight as well. So that rarely happened. And so that character, along with the fool, I see some extreme ideas of, even children can escape from Zunukwa. Although, of course, you're not meant to go after what's dangerous, but the danger here could be exaggerated. There are dangers to the road, and so maybe your mind, in order to protect you, fed you maybe ideas of this and that and this and that going wrong, and everything's gonna fall, and maybe it's going to be an embarrassment, or you're gonna lose everything. And so they were exaggerated ideas. Although they had the intention, your mind was intending to protect you, it halted your progress, and didn't allow you to reach the full potential that you're obviously meant to reach. So I see that healing, especially with the trout here in the Lily of the Valley. In the trout, they say when a certain area has trout, it means that it has a great habitat, a living area. And sometimes even when there is a dead place, they would take trout and put it in this lake or river or place. It would create great habitat. So we're seeing an area where there was lack being filled with manifestation, meaning ideas of lack are now changing into strong belief of you being able to get what you want. And not only that, I see also the Three of Wands that you're pursuing. You believe it so much that you are pursuing it, and you're going after it. You see the bull moving in the King of Pentacles. You're putting in full force. I see earth signs. I see Capricorn. I see Taurus, all showing the idea of being grounded, doing what needs to get done, going down to reality, going after what you want. So we see the idea of mind and effort with the swords and the pentacles and the earth signs, showing that you're now moving in the direction of the things that you want, and you will be manifesting it, because you have Urganda here. And Urganda is in Portuguese lore is a witch that appears as fate. But here's the thing, it's a beautiful thing, because here she appears as fate that protects and aids with her enchantments. So again, we're getting this huge vibe of manifestation. You believing, you thinking that you're gonna get it, you moving, going towards it, you speaking positive words, empowering words that are moving you in the direction that you want. And see, with the zebra, I remember zebra crossing, right? The zebra crossing. And so you're moving to the other side. You're moving into the other world, from a world that felt desperate and hopeless sometimes, to a world that is strong, able to manifest what you want, able to create in your reality whatever it is that you want. And you will see, because of that vibration and that mentality and that effort that you're taking as a result of these renewed thoughts, you're no longer afraid of exaggerated thoughts. Although you do know that you may face some challenges in the way, but they're not as scary as you once thought. As you try things out, as you take your first steps, as you go towards the things that you want, you start, because you are a manifester, you start realizing that you're capable of detangling or cutting off the tangles that are standing in your way. Yes, there are challenges, but they cannot stand in your way, especially with your energy and your belief and your mindset. And so that type of energy is assisting you with moving things for you, whatever it is that you want in the world. And that's why it's changing your life significantly, because this is not about manifesting one certain thing in your life. This is about you becoming a true manifester, going after what you want, because you no longer believe that anything that you want is out of reach. Yes, there are challenges, but they aren't challenges that are meant to keep you away, or challenges that are meant to make you believe that you can't have it. That's lack mentality. You're moving from that side of the road to the other side of the road where you can have everything that you want. And that's the reality. Make no mistake about it. Go after what you want. My dear pile number 3, you'll find that you will have the power in your hands this time to detangle, cut any challenges that stand in your way. And you will be, with the King of Pentacles, you will be manifesting what you want. With earthly doings, with the action being taken, and with the moon, with your spiritual power, with your manifesting power, the belief within you that you can create what you want. Fate will be on your side, making it happen for you. And that's really what happens with manifestation. You believe so much, fate is on your side, things work out for you, and you do eventually get what you want exactly. My dear pile number 3. I can see you with great power going after the visions that you had of the things that you thought were out of reach. You're dreaming big now that you can see, or soon you will see how you're able to get things into your life. It's going to open up your mind about, hey, I'm getting things that I thought were impossible. And so I see your eyes rising to bigger things, thinking, well, if I got that, I'll probably be able to do this and do that and achieve all these dreams that I saw as crazy before. And it's things that are in your heart with the lily of the valley. You know, there is this myth about the lily of the valley falling in love with nightingale, and the lily of the valley was too shy to express their emotions to the nightingale, up until the nightingale migrated again, and the lily of the valley didn't have the opportunity to speak what's in their heart. So here we're seeing the idea of your heart wanting, desiring things so much that are your rights, that belong to you, but giving up too quickly, feeling like it's not meant to be, when really that's not the case. I see your eyes rising, like I said, towards these bigger dreams, towards the things that your heart always wanted. And always remember, what you want wants you back, and that's why you want it in the first place. You are meant to achieve these things. You're meant to follow your heart and bring life back with a trout in the very areas that may have been dropped in the past, that you may have wanted dearly. Who said you can't have it? Who said you can't have what you want? And I see a shift in your mindset, especially in this area, where you take control of your life. There's no lack in the universe. You believe it, you go after it, and you'll be surprised with the magic of how fate and the universe and energy really opens up these opportunities for you. So I see, this is exactly what I see happening here for you, my dear pile number 3. We can clearly see you're going to become a great manifester. It's a skill that you are acquiring, a powerful, make no mistake, a powerful manifester who will be achieving big, huge, big dreams, mega dreams that you wanted one day. Nothing will be out of reach for you. It's going to become impossible to stop you from achieving the things that you desire and want, my dear pile number 3. And this is exactly what I see in your reading in terms of what skill you are about to acquire that will have a huge effect in your life. I wish you the best of luck in your world and in the things that you're about to manifest and in the blessings coming for you. What a beautiful, powerful skill to have. May you always be blessed, my dear pile number 3. That was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. Speaking of manifestations, by the way, this book will really help you out. It can help you not just set goals, but make your dreams come true very easily, all while enjoying it at the same time. This book is small, straight to the point. You're not going to procrastinate reading it in the first place, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process, like I said. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. It's meant to be a fun process. It's meant to empower you. Check it out. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 3, it was a real pleasure doing this reading for you. I'm so intrigued, so awed by you. May you always be blessed and powerful as you are, my dear pile number 3. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.